came to plunder all our resources. After plundering all our resources, at least we collected over 250 billion from the Federation account, including derivation, and also collected over another over 200 billion again from the internally generated revenue. On the ground, it met some other resources being saved by SIM for the rainy days, and bluntly refused to pay contractors, and all contract work, all good construction, every construction came to a halt. So people were in full darkness. All we were hearing was it was awarding contract for CCTV for 22 or 25 billion. So called on same for Fubara to say go back to your organ, and both of you should lock yourself. You don't need any third party. When you resolve your differences, you tell us, and we will obey. And within few hours, Wike accepted the offer, and SIM also agreed. And for some time now, there have been dialogue upon dialogue. I know the group led by, the elders led by Fedi Anabraba, Osi Jokocha, and Sazana Wuse also put a lot of pressure on the governor, on the former governor, Nyesom Wike, and the assembly to see reason how they can make peace. The other group led by Ada George, the elders forum led by Ada George, also advised the governor to embrace peace. And at the end of the day, after the 6 months, we can achieve peace, and the governor is back in office, the deputy governor is back in office, the House of Assembly is also back in office. Well, some of us observed the scenario in Nigeria. We saw that the judiciary is comatose, they are sleeping, they are now an appendix of the presidency. We also observed that the National Assembly is also in comatose, and they are greedy and an appendix to the presidency. So if you look at this fight and you want to fight, where will you take the fight to? Will you take the fight to the judiciary that is sleeping, or an appendix to the presidency, or you take it to the National Assembly that is sleeping or has compromised completely, has also gone against the Constitution? Because if we are talking about asking Mr. President for going contrary to the Constitution, the National Assembly themselves, who are supposed to check the President, also went against the Constitution. Because the Constitution is very clear as to how a governor should be removed and how a country should be ruled. Section 1, subsection 1, 2, 3 is very clear on how governance will take place in Nigeria. Section 11.4 authorized the National Assembly to make law for the country. In the absence of the House of Assembly, they can make law for the state. But that section level that will further aggravate the situation, because it was a total provocation. A lot of people were provoked, and the original provocation, mostly when Wike insulted the entire nation, everybody was provoked. But at the end of the day, Wike pacified everybody and asked nobody to demonstrate. Some persons are of the view that, oh, Wike, SIM did not allow, people did not demonstrate when SIM was, the Minister of Budget was declared in River State. Now, SIM as a person knew very well that if you allow that demonstration to take place, people will die. Yes, when people die, but definitely recent event has shown that the people at the Human Canal, when the American agency went to extradite the president of Burkina Faso, the people came out and blocked the whole place and said, kill us before you take our president. And when the Americans saw that it's not easy to do that, what they do is to make peace with him and left. So if people had come out in their numbers in the airport, in the government house, in the major streets, Shoba, Aba Road, and said nobody should enter Port Harcourt, there is no way you will bring, how many soldiers will you bring to enter? And possibly trigger the ICC to observe the genocide that was about to happen in the country. But Same refused to do all that and said you people should leave it and accept the state of emergency in good faith. And everybody now have to accept it. And today, Wike was even the person to say, oh, the emergency is over before Mr. President proclamation. And the both of them have to go to the elders of the same group, I mean, in Wike's group, the House of Assembly, Wike and same, all of them went to Mr. President and they had a meeting with him where they resolved their differences and so told Mr. President to remove the state of emergency. Having done that, Mr. President has graciously announced that SAME can return to work and SAME is back. And they can see the organic crowd, the crowd that came out from every part of the state for the 2, 3 days that he was coming. The first day, nowhere to pass from UTC to Government House, everywhere was totally blocked. And the second day, from the airport to Government House, everybody was blocked. These are the same people who would have been carbon folder to him, but he did not want it. And even this crowd that came, same was not even in support. They don't even know that he was coming to see a crowd waiting to receive him. So in all, we thank God that peace has returned to River State. I am happy that the elders led by His Excellency Rufus Ada George has issued a statement calling for peace. Then the Elder Council led by Chief Fendi Anabraba has also issued a statement all calling for peace. All the governor on his own has also said he wants peace. So what is happening today in River State is Jojo. I think this is the time when we can all dialogue. With the time of war is over. We have fought, we have quarreled, and that time has come. What we received was a punishment by bringing a strange person, stranger completely, to come and loot our resources, come and squander our resources, and nothing to show for what the period is state. But if you look at the state of emergency itself, at least in Nigeria, we have states like Borno, Benue, Plateau, Zamfara, Sokoto. These are areas that are hotbed. This area we have criminal elements who are fighting every day, killing innocent people. And that is where we need to declare a state of emergency. But that was not the case. River State has been peaceful throughout the period Bas came. The place itself was peaceful. Till today, we are a very peaceful people. And so I don't know the essence of the state of emergency declaration. But on the wider look, maybe the way things were going between the House of Assembly and the governor, if the president did not declare the state of emergency and the House of Assembly maybe make effort to impeach the governor. Of course, that was not possible because the chief judge was not on their side. But if that materializes, you are likely going to get violence in the state. And Mr. President, in his wisdom, maybe saw that as a reason for the state of emergency. So, in all, we are past that dark stage. Dark age is gone. We are now in a brighter age, and what will take us forward today is nothing but peace, nothing but dialogue, nothing but joy. That is time for everything under the earth. It's time to quarrel. There's time to reconcile. There's time to be born. There's time to die. There's time to be joyful. There's time for sadness. So the saddest part of our life is gone. I think we should now move into joy. Rivers people are also happy because they believe same is the better project. And no part of the state will say they have not tested part of same in the short period they stayed. And we believe if same will be allowed to work for this year and next year, the development of River State will take to a new level. At least we can now be looking at up to Lagos, because we are far away now. So this 6 months was like another 6 years backward. So it's coming, we'll be able to bring development in the infrastructural side, the medical, education, and even the social life. At the point, nightlife was almost dead in Port Harcourt. But these things are coming back. The economy is now working. People are now happy to trade because things are so harsh in the economy today. And the cushion, the fact that somebody is going to give us a leverage, the roads are being built, people can drive smoothly to their various destinations. It's a plus, which the man has done. And I believe that it should not change. I would believe it will not change. It will continue to do those good work for which people love him. And River State will become greater and greater and greater. We want him. And when the issue of second tenure came up, Rivers people were just waiting to see whether it was true or not. But thank God it's also clear that there's no impediment into his not becoming second tenure governor. Definitely Rivers people will want to become second tenure. And everybody will know that same is the answer to all electoral problem we have. People have their opinion, people have their view, but one thing you must look at it is the end result. Now, if same, like I said before, was the type who said, okay, I won't agree, people will die. And when people die, at the end of the day, people will, when they are assessing same, they will also assess him on the number of people that died in his cause. And the war, River State will, properties, assets will be scattered, the infrastructures will be damaged. And the man weighed all that and decided to follow the path of peace. Now, let me give an insight. People see that there's a fight between Same and his Oga Wike and the assembly. I can tell you here, right down, that Same was not fighting Wike, neither was he fighting the assembly. Because at the point in time in the struggle, it was clear that the assembly goofed and they committed perjury by declaring from APC, denying that they are not APC, filing different affidavits in court, which is completely a perjury matter. When the matter came for discussion, Sim refused us to follow that perjury matter. Even when the Supreme Court was also against him, he still not follow. It is not the man who take vendetta that because you have done this to me, I will do this to you. Sim appreciate the fact that Wike assisted him to be where he is today. And so fighting Wike is not what we used to pay him back. So all along he has been defending himself, trying to see how this matter can be resolved. He's such a peaceful character that a lot of people were angry that he's not a fighter. But again, let's look at it. You fight, you wound yourself. At the end of the day, you come to the round table to discuss. We had the Biafra war, several millions of people died, properties lost. At the end of the day, Nigeria came back. But what was the end result? So many people are still having the pains of that Biafra war. So if Same was a fighting type and he fought and people were injured, people died, that pain, we cannot erase it for centuries. So the man tactically avoided anything that will bring problem. As a person who follows him, I mean, at a point say, okay, why is he doing that? But when you look at the larger picture of peace and see how you can key in to quickly achieve that peace, you follow that route. That following a route that will cause so much damage before you get peace. So those who are angry, please try to understand the political dynamics and see if you're in Sim's position, what are you going to do to get the same peace you're looking for? Now that peace is gradually coming in, we want everybody to key into that peace, both those who supported Wike, those who supported the assembly, those who supported the Sim. Sim was able to relax all his movement, this same movements. And I think Wiki also relaxed the GDI. And that is also to give room for peace because several opinions would have come, different advice would have come, and people would take actions that are not authorized by the leadership. So in all, the actors have decided to make peace. Our duty now is to support that peace process because peace is more than anything. There's nothing can compare to peace. No amount of violence can compensate peace. When we have peace, everything works well. We are not disorganized. You can see rainy season and dry season. Dry season, no matter how hot the sun is, you will go out. But rainy season, when the rain start pouring, some persons may not be able to leave their house. So that is, look at that as the case of peace and war. Now in Georgia, we want to pray that Nigerian rivers people should appreciate that peace and key into it. The assembly members, when they came, they started with that their former pattern of arrogancy and violence. And I think by the time we start talking to them, they also realize that this is not the former time when you can say, Governor, do this, Governor, do that. No, they must work together as government. They are part of the government, they are the third arm of the government. They must work together. The judiciary, the executive, and the legislature must work together to give us that dividend of democracy. Both sides have lost. Those sides supporting Sim and those sides supporting Wike, we've all lost for these 6 months. We've lost. And for the assembly and the governor and Wike, those who are fighting within this period, if they sit back and reflect to see how much they have lost, they will realize that there's no need fighting. It's a tenor thing. If somebody was supposed to serve 4 years, fight at the end, and you come back with nothing to your constituency, they will tell you, what did you do when you go there? You will tell them, I want to fight. They will tell them, we didn't ask you to go and fight. So we have voted all of them, whether correctly or wrongly they are there. They should look at what benefit are they coming, bringing back to their constituency, what benefit are they bringing back to their family and for themselves. And the only way we can achieve that is peace. The governor can make one name if he has peace. Uh, Wike will also make name because he brought same. So if Sim is successful, Wike means Wike was successful. So these are the things I think we should look at it in our quiet moment, in that chamber, think deeply and accept that peace is better. A lot of insinuations will come, a lot of talks will come, some because of their selfish end. When a deal is struck, there's no way to please everybody. No, the way people would think they will benefit may not be the way they will benefit as selfish people. But if you look at the larger picture, peace transit more than the immediate environment. It goes round. What did not come to you today may come to you tomorrow, if there is peace. So I will advise the assembly to see him as the friend they used to know and work closely with him. Maybe advise him, get to him and tell him where they are not happy indoors, not publicly. And same should also see them as his friends and that they are party to their partner in this business and also treat them fairly and see them as people, human beings, and tell them how you want them to work with them. Then to use from Wiki, you should be able to coordinate, he's the father of all of them. You should be able to coordinate both sides so that they can work together harmoniously. Then to the river people, no matter what, oh, same is powerless, same is the governor. Constitutionally is the governor. And so those powers he has, Sim should please look at the powers he has and exercise those powers in the interest of all. I want to know I love him is it's not power drunk, it's not greedy for wealth. So let him continue to use the demo in him to ensure that he reach out to everybody constantly. Sim has a particular problem. Sim is not somebody who like visiting people. But I think this time he will think of how to visit people, surprise people. You see, Robert Greene make it clear. You don't isolate yourself. When you isolate yourself in the 33 laws of power, a war, if you isolate yourself, your enemy can easily identify where you are and then camp you and destroy you. So if you are free, you can now be able to reach out to as many people as possible within the state and outside the state. You should create a relationship with Mr. President and also the National Assembly. So that at the end of the day, it will be in the good book of God. Even with his governors forum, it must be more visible now in the governors forum so that they will also see him as one of them. Because we're talking about unity, we're talking about synergy. You must be part of the synergy. You must be part of the unity for them to also, for you to enjoy the benefit of unity. For you to enjoy benefit of synergy, you are part of those who are able to synergize others. So you must come out of its shelf and now see himself as the governor of one of the richest states in the country and play the game with all humility. And the way he's a very humble person, he should still be humble and relate with human beings so that those who have negative view might change their perception with time because that is the only way he can survive. And he has a long way, but after now, he will go for second tenor ticket. But he may have the organic support, the grassroots. But if the political class is at war with him, they might be able to thwart some of his desire. He must look very well, but not jump into parties just like that. He's a governor. He should run. He was given the mandate to run the state. He was not given the mandate as to which party or no party. The mandate is go around this state governors in the name of one this party. If there are needs to make changes, he will let the people know, address them, and let them also appreciate the fact that yes, these are the benefits we are going to get if we remain here, or these are the problems we are going to get here if we remain here. As soon as he places his card open to people and people understand him, the whole state will now be going peacefully. And we know, well, the state must know that we have lost 6 good months. And this is good months, a lot of money has gone in and wasted, squandered. Over 400 billion has been squandered in these 6 months. I said over 400, because there were savings before and the financial account and the IGR for this period. So all squandered. So Same himself needs to sit down and see how he can coordinate himself, how he can reshape the economy, redirect the economy of the state, and ensure that things are working smoothly. Let it just not bother him so much. He should not feel that, oh, he has been shortchanged, he has been oppressed. There is no need to talk about oppression. There's no need to talk about defeat or not defeat. No victor, no vanquish. All is experience. You learn every day from events. You can learn from the job. You can read from books. And because these things are there, as a governor, you must be able to see it as part of the things that assist in governance. If the governance does not just go with tea party, it also go with some other things that sometimes will be so bitter. And if you put all of them together, you become a man, you become a leader. Even as a husband in the family, times you come and your wife will give you, your wife will be nagging, the children will be crying, you get confused. But when you put yourself together, you keep your home together.